Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
This man is not just talking, he's action oriented and means business. He's likely to push himself hard and climb high in his career because he's relentless and disciplined. However, he might be tough on people who don't keep up and not very gentle about it.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is much more likely to react strongly and show anger or frustration, maybe even shouting or blaming others. He has a hard time handling setbacks calmly and might withdraw or give the silent treatment if he feels hurt. He doesn't break down in a sad way, but can become upset, short tempered, or cold for some time.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's probably respected for how smart and hardworking he is, but not well liked. People might admire his talent and strong results, but find him tough to work with because he's often blunt, demanding, and not very caring. There's a good chance he gets into arguments or conflicts since he doesn't back down and can lose his temper easily.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your own career, he will likely feel insecure and might struggle with it. He is used to being in control and ahead, so your achievements can make him feel like he's losing his place. Sometimes he could become distant or irritated and may even challenge your decisions more than before.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will almost certainly feel insecure and may secretly resent you. He's used to being the leader and the achiever, so your higher earnings will make him feel smaller inside, even if he doesn't say it out loud. He might become stubborn, try to control finances, or act distant during arguments.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money with a lot of care and is very strict about keeping things in order. He plans his spending carefully and prefers not to waste even a single rupee. He won't splurge on big gifts or parties just to please others.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and avoids showing off or pretending to be richer than he is. You won't find him buying fancy things just for appearances or trying to impress others with money he doesn't have. His focus is on saving and stability, not flashy lifestyles.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is tight with money and mindset, not very open handed or warm. He gives only when he feels it's absolutely necessary and prefers saving over sharing. His words and actions can feel strict, and he doesn't easily make space for others' feelings or needs.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is very controlling about money and may keep things secret from you, especially if he feels threatened or insecure. He likes to manage finances his own way and may not share full details about spending, saving, or big decisions. If you ask questions, he might give short answers or get irritated.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He will most likely think housework is your job. He believes in routines and order, but when it comes to daily chores, he'll expect you to handle most of it and may get annoyed if things aren't done his way. You may feel like he's supervising rather than genuinely pitching in.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is much more likely to supervise than to truly help with chores or diapers. You might find him pointing out what needs to be done, asking for things to be cleaner or neater, but not getting his own hands dirty. This can make you feel alone and even judged in daily tasks, especially with the baby.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He mostly argues to prove he's right, not to understand your side. When you share your feelings or try to explain your view, he's quick to push back, often raising his voice or dismissing what you say. He believes strongly in his own logic and doesn't easily step into your shoes or show empathy.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act in an aggressive manner. He doesn't hold back his emotions well and can easily lose his temper, sometimes yelling, using harsh words, or making you feel small. Respectful talk is not his strength during arguments or conflicts.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly and doesn't hide his feelings. His temper can flare up over small things, leading to loud arguments or harsh words. Ignoring this red flag can leave you feeling anxious, hurt, or lonely in the long run.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He hardly ever says sorry or takes responsibility for his mistakes. When things go wrong, he's quick to point fingers and blame you or others, rather than look at his own actions. This can leave you feeling misunderstood or always at fault, even if it's not true.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to respect your boundaries and truly understand that no means no. He likes things his way and doesn't easily accept being told to stop or slow down, which can lead to uncomfortable situations for you. If you set a limit, he might argue, push back, or try to change your mind instead of immediately backing off.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this is the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He might get upset, act cold, or let you know through sharp words or silence that he feels rejected. This response can make intimacy stressful instead of loving and safe.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may not be able to fully trust him to handle private moments gently and respectfully. If conflicts or arguments happen, he is the kind who might bring up personal things you shared or use them to make sharp, hurtful remarks. He doesn't always think twice before saying something that could embarrass you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to stay focused on his own goals than be easily distracted by other women. But emotional warmth and commitment may still be lacking. He is not the type to run after romance just for fun, yet, if things aren't perfect at home or he feels misunderstood, he might become distant or cold rather than look for comfort elsewhere. Make sure this matches what you need for security and love.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive, showing signs of jealousy, control, and suspicion. He may often question where you are, who you're talking to, and what you're doing, even without any reason. You may feel watched or pressured to report your actions.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like protective behavior is really a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's looking out for you, but his actions are more about making sure things go his way. Over time, this will feel suffocating, not safe.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting, not really seeing it as a team effort. He prefers overseeing and giving instructions rather than joining in the messy, everyday tasks with the kids. You might feel alone in raising the children, wishing for more support or shared responsibilities.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. He reacts strongly to mistakes, often raising his voice, using harsh words, or showing anger. Instead of comforting the children or helping them understand, he might punish them or make them feel bad.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he might expect you to be dedicated at home and with the kids, your personal dreams, interests, or career may not get much attention or respect from him. You could face criticism or pressure to put aside your own needs.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might support your career at first, but later pressure you to quit once you have a child. He often values tradition and strict roles and believes mothers should mainly focus on family and home. If you continue your job after starting a family, he may become upset or demand that you leave work, thinking it's your responsibility alone to handle everything at home.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth and deep care may be missing. He will probably do what's expected, like greeting them or showing basic respect, but he doesn't naturally bond or go out of his way to make them feel at home. Genuine affection, shared laughs, or spending extra time is unlikely. He is much more likely to expect your family to adjust for him rather than making changes himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He tends to get irritated quickly and may respond with harsh words, arguments, or by cutting himself off from your relatives. This can lead to more fights or tension, leaving you caught in the middle.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who may act modern and open with you in private, but expect you to be a very traditional, supportive wife when his relatives are around. He might want you to dress conservatively, follow all family customs, and behave politely and quietly in front of elders, even if he doesn't mind a more relaxed style at home. Being true to yourself is important for your happiness.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He avoids messy emotional matters and prefers not to take risks by standing up for you in front of his relatives. You deserve a partner who chooses you and stands by your side even when things are difficult.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He shows strong signs of being a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes and opinions above yours, especially during conflicts. When disagreements happen, he is very likely to support his mother or stay quiet rather than stand up for you. This can leave you feeling unimportant and alone, struggling for respect or fair treatment in family matters.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share many details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He may feel closer to them than to you, When it comes to emotional matters, seeking their advice and approval before working things out with you. It means your relationship boundaries are weak and building trust will be very hard.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man is like living under constant pressure to meet high standards, follow strict routines, and keep peace while feeling emotionally alone. He works hard and expects a lot, but offers little softness or encouragement.